Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. City Chiefs taking on Cam Newton and the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First down throw for Newton. Open man, that's Nola, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The 28-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 67 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Taken down, a Chiefs sack.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
4-yard line.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this carries into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Newton on first down. Oh, he'll air this. Got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Lead to Jerry.
A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is caught at the 8. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Gordon loses the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Taken in the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm. And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Newton. Wide open receiver, complete. And coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there. Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage. A gain of 39 that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football? This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21.
The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Covered by Dante Jackson.
Out of the gun, Newton.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road. Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now. Yeah,
they are in that zone that you're talking about. Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete to Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. On second down, it's Gordon. Broken tackle, and he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage down.
Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Gafford. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes to throw once more. And this this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mahomes again. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pass from 20. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
11-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. While the training staff takes a peek, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more.
Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to the locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever we said hasn't been working. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
We dominate today. Harrison.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A 4-yard gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Chiefs 56.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
At the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Operating from the gun. Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Eden Apple. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quez Watkins, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and short.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
It's a gain of 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. From the gun, Newton out quickly to Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Newton. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York taking a look at the...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Denver.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
48-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this down to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Today, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.